Hmm. Hardly know where to begin this morning. As I went into the meditation room, I was drawn to sit in the chair that Dr. Mary sat in for much of her life, toward the latter part of her life, rather than on the stool in front of the altar where I would normally go in the meditation room. And as I sat in that chair, I guess you could call it reminiscing, as I was thinking of my birth mom, remembering incidents from my life, and then in the latter part of my life, remembering Dr. Mary. Now, she said I was the son that she never had. It's not like me to be into traditions very much, to hold any day as special, more special than any other. That's been true of me for most of my adult life, as far as I can remember back. So to be thinking about my mom's on Mother's Day seems very strange to me. Perhaps it shouldn't. Because lately I've been reminiscing about a lot of things as I look at what's happening in my life and in the world. I guess a part of me is wanting very much to connect with my heritage. So I'm surprised that I'm even sitting and talking about this. It seems somewhat out of character. One of the thoughts that came about my natural mom was when my sister had turned on me, the sister that used to be really close at one point in time. But when I started moving spiritually away from the fundamentalist Christian viewpoint, she decided that I wasn't worthy and stopped talking to me. And I may have told this story at least one other time, but it came fresh in my mind again today. And so I'll just retell it, how my mom wanted to make peace between my sister and I, between my sister and me. And so we went to my sister's house and were met at the door by my brother-in-law, who told me plainly that I was not welcome in the house. And I remember my mom saying that if I wasn't welcome, she wouldn't go in the house either. And so for well over an hour, we stood on the front porch, and he kept trying to grill me to see if I had properly repented of my perceived sins in separating from my wife. Anyway, I remembered this morning how in that moment of my life, my mom was standing with me, even though she didn't understand some of the changes that I was going through. And more than 10 years later, I met Dr. Mary. And over time, we developed a really close relationship. She was my non-judgmental mom, because much of this time in the changes that I was going through, my mom, my natural mom, did not understand. I mean, to her and to most of my family, I was way out there on a limb. To them, I had turned my back on God because I didn't believe the things that I was taught growing up. I had shifted my perspective, and they couldn't understand why. But I was blessed with a new thought mom. The first female minister in Brevard County, Florida in 1969, retiring in 1997. Opening the Science of Mind Center here in Brevard County, the Chapel of Light. A little lady, 4'11" and 3/4, and don't forget the 3/4, she always said. And what came to me this morning was a time when there was a little bit of controversy in one of the metaphysical groups. And I was in the center of the controversy, and I don't even remember what it was all about at this point in time, and I guess it really doesn't matter, but what I did remember was Dr. Mary defending me, that little woman defending a 6'4" man. Standing up for me in the face of those that were criticizing and attacking me with words. And I remember her words, "You don't know him like I do." And it's true that she and I spent many, many hours talking together. She would reminisce about her past, and I would talk about my visions of the future and my dreams. We'd talk about philosophy and theology, politics. We'd talk about lots of things. So this morning I've been looking back at the blessings, some of the blessings that I've been able to experience in my life because of the influence of not just my mom's, but the divine feminine manifested as the goddess and various women and females in my life, some lovers, most not. It's a good heritage, and not like me to be talking about traditional days, especially on traditional days, about such things. But that's where I have been much of the morning since I awakened an hour and a half ago and got out of bed. I'm not going to talk very much longer today. I just don't feel the impulse or the need. It's a laid-back, reflective day for me, and I'm going to allow it to be that. So I guess I'm just going to say, good day. May you be blessed and recognize whatever contribution your mom made to your life. And hold the divine feminine in your heart this morning or today. And be grateful for the nurturing and the kindness and the compassion of mothers. Even if you had a mother that was rough on you, find the tender part, because it's there. It's there in all the women, in all the females. You know something, it's even there in many of the males. I recognize it in my own self. So be blessed today on Mother's Day. I'll be back tomorrow with one of the several other topics that need to be addressed. Namaste. Thank you.